火曜日のワールドカップは、スペインと引き分けたカーボベルデが話題をさらってしまった。背景の写真は、後でトーク番組でも話題に出るが、カーボベルデを救ったキーパー、ボジーニャのインスタのフォロワーが、大会前は5万人だったのが数時間で200万人になったことを示したもの。運命の激変である。試合後の状況を伝える ESPN と ITV のトーク番組を紹介します。ITV では、ポステコグルーとエマヘーズが持ち味を発揮しています。
Draw that's been the headline of the day, and rightfully so, because Cape Verde managed to hold Spain goalless and to a 0-0 draw, and the celebrations have been going on around the world. This is the Cape Verde fans celebrating in Boston. Cops getting involved as well. In Rotterdam, in Netherlands, Cape Verde fans showing us they can dance too. And honestly, this has been a brilliant story, and what a defensive display it was from them. It's the shock result of the tournament so far, and it's their 40-year-old goalkeeper, Vozinha, who's taken all the headlines in this game. It's been a dream match for him. Didn't get to get his mum there. Had hoped that the visa issues and money would come through in time for him to be there. Was raised by his grandparents. They've both passed, obviously, since before he's come out here to play in the World Cup. Super emotional today. An amazing defensive display from them, coming out to do what they needed to do. And this has been the story of the day so far, if not one of the big stories of the tournament so far.
You're trying to get us teary-eyed over here.
Hello.
Let me add the extra bit, because I know you love social media. Instagram. He's gone up to 2 million followers in the matter of a few hours.
Oh, that's going to be a pain. But, you know, at the end of the day, look, I'm not a huge admirer, certainly thus far, of 48 teams at a World Cup. But it has allowed some of these other teams, smaller nations, to get...
The greatness in sport and in football still lies in the intangibles. There was something inside those Cape Verde players that wasn't going to let them yield today. Like I said, we sat here, we analysed the teams. You say, well, Spain should really win this comfortably. But we don't have down there what they've got inside them, in their heart. Now, there's a small nation of people now who proudly say, I'm from Cape Verde, and there's a recognition from everybody in the world about who they are.
Yeah, and sport does that more than anything else on the planet, probably, where you can attach your badge, as it were, of your country to something tangible, is sport.
Well, like we said, I mean, and this is a victory for immigration and for the quality of a team that have been put together from all over the world that are representing their crest. And it wasn't a fortunate result. It was a well-earned. It was disciplined in everything.
They will be looking at this group with Uruguay and Saudi Arabia saying, you know what?
We have a chance.
We have a chance.
Yeah.
We've just slayed the dragon now in our group.
No dramas from Spain's point of view.
And the behaviours of the players reflected that. But his confidence in the interview before the game, it came across. He talked about the belief of qualifying for the World Cup, that they had that. And they didn't seem fazed at any point of the game. And I think that was much different from the performance from Curaçao yesterday.
Yeah. Was Borja's timing all a little bit off there in terms of that header?
Yeah, I think... I mean, we were all up on our feet, so you can imagine how tense...
Apart from one.
Yeah, well, apart from one. But you can imagine, how tense he is in that moment. It's very hard to stay composed. Just got the timing a little bit wrong.
Yeah, just give us a bit... Drill down on the granular detail of their shape here that they did so well, Cape Verde.
I just think I've talked about this before. Some people think you have to play in a back five to make it difficult for top possession teams. But this is how you can do it in a back four.
So Spain didn't have enough patience, they didn't move the ball quickly enough, and they didn't find solutions, even with Lamar on the pitch.
And the key to it all as well, there's still aggression on the ball. They weren't just sitting in areas waiting for the Spanish to come. Every time they received it, they had pressure on the ball, and that forced, I think, the Spanish players to just rush things a little bit.
And as you say, it shouldn't... Lamine Yamal is brilliant, but he is a teenager. Nico Williams is coming back from injury. In any competition, you have to find solutions along the way. That will be the biggest worry, won't it?
I think so, and because Spain has good enough players to beat Cape Verde, in my point of view, so you shouldn't expect a magic and a miracle from Lamine Yamal. So that was the most disappointing thing and the worrying thing for Spain, that Nico and Lamine are not there and you don't find solutions to try to win games.
But also he's not played for 8 weeks and you need to get a rhythm. So I think the positive is 20-25 minutes to build upon. And I think you can see the difference of Spain without them. And I think when Lamine came onto the pitch, he brought a bit of speed beyond the quality of the final pass. But now I think he needs a bit more rhythm.
Is it too easy to say you could see the rust in the Spanish team across the piece?
I don't know if it's rustiness. I mean, you know, we sat and watched Scotland beat Haiti, and everyone was saying, well, yeah, they didn't play well. It's not easy to break down opposition sides. And what you're looking for in that first game is that patience and just that little bit of discipline for that moment of quality. They didn't have it today.
Thank you, Adam. It's absolutely what the World Cup is all about. And it's also about making heroes of people that probably, in terms of the wider footballing world, didn't really know their names before. Vozinha, the 40-year-old goalkeeper, his last game was in the Portuguese second division last month in front of 773 people. Now he's played in front of a global audience of millions and played like that, Emma.
I don't think he's going to have to pay for a beer at home, nor a Guinness in the pub in Astoria. I mean, this is what it's about. We've talked about it off air so many times. We believe in the game being for everyone and not just for the top countries and the elite. And they've demonstrated through this performance, yes, you know, Spain had chances, I think probably better chances in the first half, one really big one in the second half, but full credit to Cape Verde today.
And as you say, looking at the rest of the group is the thing now, Ange, isn't it? Tonight's game, which we're going to show Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. If you're Cape Verde, you're thinking, we've got a little bit of a sniff here, surely.
You're going to get enormous belief out of it, you know, and I think there's just a little bit of cockiness about them. I mean, I was mentioning during the game, they were trying back heels and trying to nutmeg. They weren't just getting the ball and knocking it long, which means, you know, they'll get a bit more of the ball in these other games and they'll get some belief. But as you said, look how emotional he is. You can just imagine what that means to him. At the age of 40, he would never have even dreamed of one day, you know, keeping a clean sheet in a World Cup against Spain.
His grandchildren will be saying, Grandpa, tell us about the day you kept Spain at bay. Right, what does Spain do? They dust themselves down. What are the discussions centre around on the training field?
They need to keep going. They need to keep going, analyse what happened in the game, analyse what they didn't do, I think, because they lacked many things. But I still have full confidence in the team. I think they will go and qualify and try to go until the final, but certainly they have to improve. But how cool is this for the World Cup? I mean, I don't like the result. I'm frustrated about Spain's performance, but I think after this show we might all go to that Irish pub. They look like they're having a good time there.
I'm sure I saw Emma's photo on the back wall. She's been there before, haven't you?
I've been there a couple of times, yeah, definitely.